What's up guys, in this video I will show you every possible location to firestrike the enemy spawn door as a defender. Now, this first map is Blizzard World, and what you can do is one of two things. I prefer the first one because it's just easier. Is as the countdown begins and the door's just about to open, roughly like a second, you can firestrike the door there. Alternatively, you can do the same thing here, is if you're just crouching behind here. As you're about to stand, you wind up your firestrike animation and jump. And you jump over this little bit of cover and firestrike the door. And once you've done that, charge all the way back to point. And throw your second rotation of firestrikes. And then that's all you'll be holding on defense. So, second map, Dorado. Now, most teams will always hold on this high ground. And the benefit of this is that it's pretty much the regular position to hold. When the game is about to start, you have a tiny little gap here where the front door is for their spawn, the defenders. As it's about 1.5 seconds, so I just count down the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As soon as it's just about to turn to 1, I wind up the firestrike, and then the door will open. And that gives you a chance then to hit them with your firestrike. And then your second firestrike location can be pretty much at the payload, depending on where they're positioning, of course. And then you still ready it up here just to shield your team so they can build their ult, and then rotate straight down these stairs. You never want to drop down on there. Just rotate down this way. Then you've got this natural cover, and as you come into this natural cover, it's the third firestrike opportunity. And then you can contest the cart here. Now, for Itching Waldy, Eichenwald, Eichenwalder, however you pronounce it. I'm just going to call it Itching Waldy, because who the fuck cares. The most optimal, in my opinion, is this one, where you just wait around this corner, as it's about to open, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, firestrike the door. And then you just walk back, straight to here. This is where you want to hold, because you've got natural cover again. Second firestrike comes up, you throw it at that corner. Now, there is a second alternative location, but I do not like this at all. I don't recommend doing this, because that is one of the doors right up there that they can drop down, and that's the main door. If they spot you there, or even spot you at main, say if they have a roadhog and you firestrike and then walk out or charge out, halfway through your charge you could be like slept or hooked and just completely fucked, and you'd just be throwing. So always take the safest, most optimal route, which is firestrike from either this location, or if you're gonna do it from here, then do it from here, because then you can just do that. I prefer to do it from that cover. Now, everyone's favourite, Drawmora. Yeah, again, I've got to say about the Itching Wall D one as well. If the team's running a Lucio and they're ready to speed amp, you've also might get caught off here. You have to be really careful when you're about to firestrike the door, that you don't want to stay here too long. As it's about to open, as it's pretty much a second, when it hits 1 second you throw it and then just walk away. Whether you get anything or not is irrelevant, you still reset your position. That you on your second rotation of firestrikes, so you can firestrike only if it's safe to do so, because if you walk around the corner and firestrike and get hooked, pretty much you're dead. So always be wary of what heroes they might have that can catch you off guard when you're doing this kind of stuff. But I'd still recommend that you always do this. So I usually stand about here for the most part, when it goes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then throw it, and then just walk away. Second location, of course, down here. I don't like this one at all. You're far too close to the spawn door. As you're clearing around, you go like that. But then yet again, you've either got to charge back, or have a Lucio speed you up. And it's not worth the risk, in my opinion. So now we're into Hollywood. And this is my approach to firestriking the door on this. So again, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You just want to firestrike one of those two doors. I usually go for the for their right door, so your left. I found that there's more players that use that door than compared to that door. Don't know why. I don't know. The referencing. I have no idea. I don't know. I just work here. Or alternatively, you do the same thing, but it kind of, you get your sight kind of blocked, so you have to kind of crouch on this one. Is to just firestrike that door, but you're limited to just that door and not both. That's why I prefer that when you have the option of both, because you can still see just before the door's about to open. You can still see if there's enemies behind there. You get the red silhouettes. So once you've done that, let's just say I've thrown my Firestrike. 6 seconds. Walking back, walking back. I hold this corner. And I get a second Firestrike location right here. But don't be a butt and hit the fucking car like I do. Make sure you at least like hold this corner and like jump over it. Dickhead. So, Lunar Colony. Not the greatest Rhine map in my opinion. But if you're going to play Rhine in here, so be it. What you can do is, as it's about to open, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, same business. Firestrike the door. And then you can charge back this way, following this path. And you're back to go up onto the high ground. Now my Firestrike is off cooldown. I get another one, pretty much here or there. Depends where they're rotating to. Ideally, you'd want to Lucio with this. That way, you have your Firestrike off cooldown when you get up here, and not like over there. That would be the optimal position. But yeah, again, I recommend just playing Orisa on this map or Winston. Junkertown. Yeah, again, not a great Rhine map, in my opinion. But if you're going to Firestrike the door, there's one way you can do it. You can stand up on here, Firestrike freely, right there. Or there is another location. It's not so much the door, but it's as they're walking out to the cart, because presumably they're going to walk that way. So you can catch them pretty much in that gap there. Or even, you can throw it just on that corner of the payload as they're walking to it. It's up to you. Just experiment with it, find out what works with you. So, King's Row. It's the best map in the game. That's not an opinion, that's a fact. Now, when you are Firestriking this door, you kind of want to just hide for a bit, because if you do prepare yourself to Firestrike through the door, they can actually see you through this bus. It's kind of bullshit. But hey ho, you just gotta live with it. So as it's opening, you can Firestrike either there or the right. I always go for the left here and then just walk out. And then I reset to my position, which is always hotel. So on this corner for the most part. Firestrike as they're walking in. You got your natural cover here. Okay, so Numbani. This is my favourite Winston map, without a doubt. It is not a good Rhine map, in my opinion. It really isn't. There's way too much high ground to cover on first point, and Rhine's weakness is just verticality, or at least getting to the high ground and contesting it and so on. So, there's a few, if you are going to play Rhine for whatever reason on this, like if you're running goats, then so be it, you're running goats, good luck, have fun with the game. So, you can either do one of two things. You can either wait until they've walked out of spawn and Firestrike here or there, depending on which way they're walking, or if you want to guarantee that you hit them as they're coming out, which is just the higher risk, because you need a Lucio for this. You pretty much need a Lucio to do this. Is that as it's opening, Firestrike there, and then Lucio will speed you all the way up here, and hopefully you're holding here. Paris, the newest map in ranked, and I think there's only like 2 locations for this. I've not tried it because I haven't played it. Well, I have played this map in ranked. I just haven't played Rhine on it yet at all. So my guess would be that you just hide around this corner as it opens, Firestrike the door, and either Lucio will speed you back up there to that high ground, which you're going to play Rhine, it's kind of pointless to hold up here because you're not benefiting your team in any way, apart from like throwing the occasional Firestrike. Like Orisa's better for up there. But if for some reason you're going to play like, if you're playing goats, I'd opt to like hold the choke point for the most part if you're going to play Rhine. So you can either go right, Firestrike it there. I have no idea where this goes. Yeah, this isn't optimal at all. So yeah, don't go that way. Firestrike from there if you're going to play Rhine on this map. Okay, Rialto, and this one actually really bothers me, like really bothers me. I see way too often, even in like when I played in High Diamond, close to Master, there'd always be like a Rhine just stood here, and they'd do this. Firestrike either there, there, or there. There's 4 options here. I don't like it. I do not like it because this is way easier to dodge. And I've never ever, in all my time playing on this map, have I ever seen a Reinhardt do this, where right there, that is the spawn door. And as the clock hits 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you throw your Firestrike. It goes straight through the spawn door. And most of the time, I hit 2 with that. So you throw your Firestrike, 4, 3, 2, 1. You've got your next Firestrike, which you can throw as the cart's coming around here. And you can start contesting here. Now, I'm about to let you in on a little secret. This is my secret weapon. I am 99% sure I invented this. I've not seen any other Reinhardt do it. I've never seen any other pro player do it. Top 500, any sort of streamer. I don't know. Never seen anyone do it. Ever. I'm 99% sure that I'm the only one that's ever done this. So this is my Firestrike. Now, most Reins hold up here. Why? I have no fucking idea. What the hell am I swinging at? Nothing. Like, you're just gonna Firestrike from here and shield? Let's play Orisa. What you should be doing is during the countdown, before the game starts, going all the way into this train. Sneaky, 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 no one can see me. No one can hear the big German dude. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Firestrike the door. Again, they either go through there or there. I always opt for that left side, because it's pretty much a closer path. So no one really goes that side. Go for there. Try and do it on closer to this beam here, because that's the door opens out that way, so you want to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 there, basically. And then what you can do then, charge back to safety. Next Firestrike is off cooldown. I always throw it there behind the payload, because that's where most tanks go. And voila, we are around a corner. Natural cover, swing, swing, Firestrikes. Payload will stop here. You're contesting the cart. Easy pin against the payload if the main tank steps too far. Swing, 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 Firestrikes. And within this process, if you're playing well enough and you've got a good enough like off-tank healers, you'll have your shatter within the first fight. Then you can just step around here, boom, perfect corner. You can't do that from up there. You can't do that. And the cart pushes way too far, and then you should drop down and contest on that corner. I do not like testing the cart there as Ryan. I love contesting here. But I've never seen anyone Firestrike the door from there. So now you know. Draw Anubis. Yeah, again. Another map that some people play Ryan on. For some reason. Don't know why. Let's play Orisa or Winston. They're just way better for this map. Because if you're just going to hold up here, you might as well play Orisa. Yeah, again. Why you just throw Firestrikes and just waste your shield up here? You can be doing so much more as Ryan. So, if you are going to hold up here for some reason, you can either wait for them to come out, Firestrike that corner, or that. A little bit more difficult from this angle because you have to go over here. And there's that gap. Firestrike over there. I don't like any of this. I'm not a fan of it. So, for some reason, you're just gonna... If you're just going to play Ryan on here, and walk along here, Firestrike the door, and ideally you'll have a Lucio with you to speed you back to the high ground. Because holding that choke point there is a bit dumb. Yeah, again, Orisa's just better here, in my opinion. Good old Volskaya Industries, the map where for some reason every tank player struggles to rotate properly. Don't know why. Happens. Anyway, this is the map that is giving me the fat 42% ult charge on 3 different occasions. I found that while I was going here. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you Firestrike the door. I've had the fat 42% 3 times. Across many seasons, of course. It's a really rare occasion that 6 people are perfectly grouped up and get hit by that. But 42% is huge for your first, like, few seconds of the map. So you can either go this left side, which I always opt for. You can do that, because it's quicker to your next reset location on this corner. But in contrast to that, you have the option where you can go here. Now you need to throw this one later. So it'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and as they're coming through, you can hit them as they're walking out. But yeah, again, you may need a Lucio here to get you back to safety. And also you may be spotted from that door there. So I'm not a huge fan of the right side, I prefer the left. Because you want to be closer back to your reset position, and always think about the corners that you want to hold. And And talking of rotations, when they do push in that side, don't be an absolute idiot and fucking charge into their backline right here. Just don't do that. Don't. You just rotate back to point here. You can fight on the corner. Fire strikes, swings, short pins, swing, swing, corner, natural cover, beautiful. Ugh. So last and definitely least is Watch Point Gibraltar. I even feel sick for showing you this. So you can either walk around this corner, feed, Firestrike the main door, or you can just wait here for a bit, you know, as the door's opening. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feed and Firestrike up there. And then what you do after that is you charge off the edge and you do this. See what I'm doing right now? There we go. I'm now Winston.